Good afternoon, guys. Happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. I have got a quick Tony's and Caputo's haul to share with you guys for today. They did have everything at Tony's. However, they did not have a lot of something sort of left, which is kind of unfortunate. So I'll have to share that with you guys and I'll explain it to you guys in a second. They did have kind of some of the like Super Bowl sort of sales. So they did have a couple good deals that were going on. And then Caputo's we just ended up picking up produce stuff from. But I will share that with you guys for today. So like I said, my dad just got back from there, like after work. He stopped on his way home, so he was able to, like I said, get everything. But I'll share with you guys kind of the thing that's it's a little unfortunate that we had to get all of like one kind of, because they're like completely sold out because of the sale almost, and they only had like one flavor left, and the sale was really good though. It wasn't something we wanted to pass up, but like I said, they didn't have much of a variety. But I will share with you guys what the Tony's and Caputo's haul looked like for today. So this was everything from Tony's, and what I realized was I told my dad it was most likely going to be under $30, and it should have been under $30. I made a mistake and actually told my dad to get 5 of the 2 liters. I just realized, look back at the coupon, it was for 4 instead of 5 of them. So it was $3.03 for each of these, and then the difference takes off, making them I think 99 cents each, but only on 4 of them. So although you can buy in multiples of 4 up to twice, so you can buy like 8 of them in total, you won't get the extra difference off if you buy like 1 extra. But unfortunately, as I have just realized right now, and like I said, I just looked on the ad paper, I looked on the coupon, it says buy 4. For some reason, when I was making my list yesterday, I wrote it down as 5. So my dad, again too, following my list, bought 5 of them like he was supposed to, and I just realized, like I said, that it was actually 4 you're supposed to buy. So that's why it was an extra $3. So again too, I realized that was completely my fault. It's weird too, because I was just telling my dad, they normally, like the 2-liter deals, they're almost always, it seems like, in like multiples of 3 or like a multiples of 4. Like if you do a deal at Jewel, it'll be like when you buy 4, or again too, if you do it at like Tony's, or sometimes Caputo's will have sale, whatever, they always seem to be multiples of 4. So the fact that I wrote down 5, because I was like, oh, that seems really weird. Like I even caught myself thinking that, but again too, everywhere I double checked just the ad right now, the coupons, it says 4. Don't know why I just completely ended up writing down 5. And you know, like I said, and I wrote down 5 in 2 places in the ad. When I write it down for my dad, I write it once at the beginning, like times 5, and then I'll write the item, and then I'll write must buy 5, you know, or whatever. So I wrote that twice in there. So I definitely didn't like think and just like miswrite 5 accidentally. Like I definitely knew that it was 5. So again, that was where we were supposed to be under $30. It was going to be just under 30 bucks, but it wasn't. It was, the total for everything was $32.94. Like I said, had that 303, which would have been the difference. Even with tax, we still would have been under 30 bucks, which would have been awesome. But that was totally and completely 100% my fault. So again too, nothing with any coupons or anything like that. It was just completely my fault. So the savings for everything, that was $44.99. Again too, had we been under 30 bucks for that, would have been a really good, you know, like savings percentage as well for everything. When you think about that, it's almost $45 savings, and only spent under 30 bucks for everything. I think is really good. So that was the deal though with the 2 liters. They're on sale for 99 cents when you buy 4. Make sure it's 4, guys, or 8. So it's a limit of 2 coupons, so you can do the deal twice. Don't buy 5. So that was the deal that was going on with that. Then the one deal that they, like I said, had nothing but like the purple, and my dad found a couple of oranges, was on the Powerades. These are 69 cents, and you have to buy 15 with the coupon. So that's a lot already. Obviously, that's why they're going to have limited stock in stores, but that's also a limit of 2 coupons. So if you wanted to, you could buy 30 of these, which again too, for 69 cents is amazing. But they only had the Powerade regular kind of grape left, and like I said, a tiny bit of orange, it looks like, left. My dad said too, they did have a big like display, but it was still only just grape that was left. So he just ended up picking up the grape kind for himself and Matthew, because Jack and my mom drink the Powerade Zeros, and they had none of those left. They had, you know, like they literally didn't, as you guys can see, this is what we ended up getting. So again too, for 69 cents, so that's such a good deal. But basically it's a limit of 30 in total if you wanted to, and even still you have to buy in such a big bulk to get them at that price anyway. 15 of them, obviously the store is going to be pretty dwindled in supply because that's a lot. If you just had, like, you know, again, 5 people come through there with just buying 15 each, you know, that's already probably a shelf cleared, all, you know, of those kind or whatever. Like, they don't normally even keep like 15 of one flavor stocked all the time. So again, too, I can see why these would definitely be very, very low supply and stock and stuff like that. And like I said too, my dad did find another display other than just like the actual aisle where they had them in, but they still hardly had any left. So yeah, again, too, maybe in the future they limit it to maybe just 15 instead of like 30 total, or they do only, maybe you only have to buy 10 or something like that, and they limit you to just 10. But like I said, that's probably why there was, you know, barely 2 flavors left at the store. And then also too, they had just regular sale price. It was the avocados 5-count bag was $1.99, which is good. That's under 50 cents an avocado. This was also the Friday freebie, which was the Oikos 000 yogurts. So that was completely free with that coupon, which you can redeem Fridays and Saturdays. And then also too, they had ground beef, which was the 3-pound package. That's how they were sold, but they were sold for 99 cents each, and sold in a 3-pound package it was like $5.97. So that's what you'll end up paying, and those were also a limit of 2. And since they were in like the packages, that's why I told my dad to pick up 2, because again too, that's a really good price for ground beef. We've not seen that sale in a while. That's normally like the cheapest end will normally find ground beef. Anything cheaper than that's amazing, but that's like normally the cheapest. Normally like $2.50 to $2.99. Like $2.99 is kind of pushing it for a little expensive, but like if we ever needed ground beef, that would probably be my go-to price. But like sometimes you can even get like buy a bulk package of like 5 pounds at Aldi for like sometimes like $2.25, like $2.49, something like that per pound if you bought like a big package of it. So it's not too bad of a deal. Again too, for getting, again, this is the 73% lean, so it's not quite as lean. Again too, also depending on how lean you are getting depends on the price of what the meat's going to cost. But again too, that price for ground beef is normally like my kind of average price for the you know, percentage lean. So that was everything from Tony's. Then real quick here at Caputo's, this was only $5.86 and we saved $2.91. Again, it was just produce stuff we ended up picking up. Plum tomatoes were on sale for 79 cents. We got about 5, which was a little under 2 pounds for $1.39. Romaine hearts were $1.99, a 3-count package. The organic kind, which was you know, that's not too bad of a price for that $1.99, especially for organic. But sometimes we can see those for like 99 cents, not all the time, but still $1.99 is actually a pretty good average price for that. And then also too, the Honeycrisp apples were on sale for 99 cents a pound. Those were we got about 4 for a little under 2 pounds for $1.71. And then cilantro, which my dad got 2 bunches. They were on sale $1 for 3, so they were 67 cents for the 2 that we picked up. So again too, there wasn't, again, too much that was going on. We might do guacamole for the Super Bowl. I honestly don't know if we have any plans for the Super Bowl. I'm not into the Super Bowl this year, honestly. Like, I don't have any plans to do any food for it. Like, and normally I love the Super Bowl. I love doing Super Bowl food. I love appetizers and stuff like that. I'm kind of over it. But like, the thing is that I'm kind of over appetizers too, and that's normally like our go-to. Like, what we normally do for the Super Bowl is like, we'll do like appetizers, but we also do that for Christmas Day. And sometimes again too, like we'll do like some type of little appetizer stuff like before Thanksgiving dinner and stuff like that, even if it's just our family, like our immediate family, and it's not like we're hosting like a big party or anything like that. And so I don't know why, I'm kind of over appetizer food, and it's normally my favorite kind of food. So that's really sad to say, but at the same time too, we also make way too much, and then there's so much leftovers, and like nobody ends up eating it, and I just feel like it's not very filling either. Like, I'll be honest, I'd rather just get pizza for the Super Bowl. And again too, because it's neither team that I care about, I'm not like, let's do like fun dessert things and like stuff like that to like match the team colors or whatever. Like, I don't care about the Super Bowl this year, honestly. It's kind of sad, but I don't have much of an opinion on who wins. I'm rooting for one person in the Super Bowl, maybe kind of two people, but that's literally it. And they both happen to kind of be on the same team, so I guess that's the team I'm rooting for, but I don't have an opinion on the Super Bowl teams this year. There's one team I definitely dislike more than the other one too, and the two people that I do want are on the team that I dislike less. So that's who I'm rooting for. I'd just rather get some like good food, like some type of takeout order or something or other, like get sandwiches. I don't know, maybe do like a good sandwich place, maybe Firehouse Subs or something like that. I don't know. I'm actually wondering, like there's a couple good sub places around that we don't get very often, and like my mom doesn't really like subs though, so that's why we don't tend to do that much. Like I love Jimmy John's, but I'd like to try something else too. We could also do like smash burger would be really nice. I'm totally trying to avoid actually wanting to do anything for Sunday, but Sunday is also my mom's day to cook, so I don't know, I'm gonna leave that for her if she has plans or wants to do anything. I don't want to clean out the fridge to make room for all the appetizers we're gonna have to fit in there, or like even too, like if it's not, like I don't know what else we're gonna make, like chili maybe for the Super Bowl. Like she could do that, I guess, like that's football-y, right? But like again too, I have no desire to do much. And it's really weird too. The other thing though is that I will say, because there's not a like there wasn't a lot of like sales and stuff like that, and not like sales, but like there wasn't a lot of like things that I saw that I was like, oh my gosh, look, they had this on sale or they have that on sale at Jewel or whatever. Like we could do that as like a snack appetizer thing, or like that would go really well with like doing like, you know, like some special kind of like chips, and you know, or like something like that. Like I mean, yeah, there's chips on sale. I'm gonna get some tortilla chips at Jewel, but like I can use tortilla chips for anything. It's not like it's special and we have to do dip with the chips for the Super Bowl or whatever, you know, like if that makes sense. So there's no food either too that's like really like pulling me in to be like, oh, that would be so much fun, let's do this kind of appetizer thing or whatever. Like I just, like I said, I'll watch the Puppy Bowl this year, guys. That's what I'm gonna do. I've actually never watched the Puppy Bowl because we always watch a Super Bowl. But maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Anyways, like I said, I gotta get this stuff put away, but I thought I'd just share with you guys what was going on, and I guess our plans for the Super Bowl this year. Just maybe to watch the Puppy Bowl with the puppies. They would enjoy that. Charlie, would you want to watch the Puppy Bowl? He's looking at me like, no, I want to watch real football, Kayla. Like I said, I'm gonna get this stuff put away now. Well guys, I'm gonna take a shower and get to bed. My lights are all on and not my overhead light, so it's weird lighting in here. But I think I was telling you guys, my mom is on the same page with me. Neither of us want to do anything for the Super Bowl. Like I was telling you guys, I don't know. I mean, hopefully it's good football. Like that's the only thing I hope for. But again too, it's two teams that I don't really care about. My dad did point out too, there's another person on the team that I was rooting for, the two people on, there's another person that's on that team. So I'm not rooting for that team, I'm rooting for those three people. So anyways, that's my perspective on the whole thing. But again too, with the whole food situation, my mom she's like, let's just get takeout, I don't feel like cooking. And I was like, yeah, neither do I, so let's just do that. And like I was saying too, it's like, I don't know, if it was a little bit more interesting, or like I said, if it was a team I cared about, or if we were like doing something more with like other people, like maybe it'd be okay. But like I said, I hate doing the appetizer thing, especially lately, because it just seems like we haven't been able to like eat as much as I feel like we make. So it's like, what's the point? You know? So it's like, again too, like just put some chips and dip out, and then we'll have like pizza for dinner or something, whatever it is, you know. Maybe we'll go a little fancier with whatever we're planning on getting. But again too, I'm not like, you know, not wanting to cook. Like I don't really want to celebrate it or anything like that. I'm so kind of, I don't know, I wish there was more interesting teams in the Super Bowl this year. Honestly, I feel like out of almost any team that could have made it, if just one other team would have been in there, I probably would have rooted for them and been like, yeah, let's celebrate the Super Bowl. But any of the other teams that were in the playoffs, literally almost any of them, and Green Bay was in the playoffs, guys, and I'm still saying almost any team, I might even have rooted for them, like had they been going up against the team that I really don't want to win. I know that sounds so horrible to say as a Bears fan, but I'm almost at that point. Like, you know, still not, but that's almost even worse scenario possibly. But like, I could find reasons to dislike being able to watch it. Like, I just feel like it'd actually be more entertaining had Green Bay been in the Super Bowl. You know, because like then I'd have a reason to either like really dislike it, or else just like, again, to find things to kind of like poke fun at or something like that. I don't know. But either way, I'm, like I said, I'm not looking forward to it. It's weird too, the commercials, to be totally honest, have not even been good recently. Like, I didn't think last year's Super Bowl commercials were really good, or like even 2 years ago Super Bowl commercials were really good. And like, the other thing too is that like, there are still some Super Bowl commercials that I vividly can like remember. I know exactly like the commercials for them and stuff like that, and none of them are like any of the commercials in the last like 2 years probably. Like, all the other ones that I remember and I liked were all like older than that. And the halftime show might be pretty good. I don't know. I don't think it's as hyped as like the other ones have been though. To be quite honest, I actually didn't really know what the halftime performance was gonna be up until like I think the playoffs started, maybe, or sometime after that. Like, I think I knew who it was going to be, but then like I was reminded, like, nobody's talking about it too. Like, that's the other thing, is that there's a lot of hype about a lot of other stuff that's not necessarily the Super Bowl. I also feel like there's just not as much hype for like the football things going on, like the players or halftime or commercials. Like, I don't really hear anybody like talking about it and how they're excited for like any of that kind of stuff. So you know, whereas like, again too, I don't think it was last year, I think it was 2 years ago's halftime performance. Like, that was a big one. Was it last year's? I think it was 2 years ago. You know, but like I said, nobody is like, that I've heard, is like even really talking about it hardly at all. Even though I love football so much, I just don't have much of a desire to watch the football game, to watch the Super Bowl this year. Like I said, I feel like I'm just gonna kind of be disappointed either way, and like whoever wins, especially too because like, of all the teams that I wanted to make it, like I said, in the playoffs, none of them are in the Super Bowl. And so it's like, you know, again too, other than, like I said, the three sort of players that I'm rooting for, and that's kind of it. So anyways, I also think I told you guys in yesterday's vlog that me and my mom were supposed to go somewhere today, and then we were probably going somewhere tomorrow. Actually, well, it was the same place we were going today. It's a long story. I'll probably explain to you guys at some point. But that will probably have to be, we're probably going next weekend, and so that will, like I said, that will be at another time. But we didn't end up going today, is the long story short. And also tomorrow we're not going anywhere. So because I was like, oh well, that's great, we'll have more time to make Super Bowl food. And I was like, yeah, we don't have to do that either. Like, why? You know, we're not making any Super Bowl food anyway. You know, I don't know, like, even too, like in the past we would like get the projector down and like watch like the Super Bowl on like our projector screen and stuff like that. I don't feel like doing that. I don't want to set that up. Like, I don't know, like I said, not, it just feels like another day to me. And it's like, oh, we'll get to watch football until like next year. I'm most excited though, guys, as soon as the Super Bowl is over, that will actually be the best part of like the entire season, because then we get to talk about the Bears and the #1 pick. So that's where all the focus is going to be on after that, and we can pay attention to that. So that's what I'm actually kind of most looking forward to, is not the Super Bowl, it's that the Super Bowl will be over. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna take a shower and get to bed. I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of our sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.